coming to check on the ladies and get a hay sample. I like to know the nutrient value of my hay. So I'll collect a hay sample, send it off to a lab so that I know how much protein is in the hay, how much energy is in the hay, and it helps me to plan to feed my herd. The goal is to make certain that your cows get the appropriate amount of protein and energy for their stage of life. So a dry cow will need so much. A wet cow, a cow with a calf on her side, would need so much protein and energy. And then of course, young calves have their needs also. So Brian is gonna stack that hay. But before he does, I'm gonna get my hay samples, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find the ladies. But first things first, collect the hay sample. So I'll use my probe, my hay probe, and collect tiny samples out of each one of these. I try to go from like anywhere from 4 to 6 different bales, and I'll do that twice on this pasture out of several groups, and then I'll go to the north pasture and I'll do the same thing. And of course, you don't have to do this. It's ideal. It lets you know what protein is in the feed that you're giving your cattle. Protein and energy. So I selected 6 bales that I'm going to sample from. I'm trying to select the ones I feel like didn't get as much moisture from the rain. So in my last video, I mentioned my tractor. Can't remember if I showed it, but I mentioned that my tractor has a cab, and of course that's what a tractor looks like with a cab. And so Brian is getting, because he's in the cab, he gets the AC. All right, so I'm going to sample those. So this is my hay probe. So this got 3 pieces. Put that on there like that. And then I'm gonna put it on this drill. And so with that, I come here. I drill in. And so I keep doing that until I get enough to fill up a bag, a quart-sized bag. Now, when I first started raising cattle, I didn't do this. I just bought hay. I thought it was cool to buy hay. I didn't know anything about hay quality testing. Of course, I never saw my grandpa do it, so I didn't know anything about it. But thanks to Texas A&M University and the beef cattle short course, I started learning through cattle nutritionists about how to sample your hay. So I'm gonna mark this one South Pasture, Group 1, and then I'm gonna fill up this bag. I'll have to do it multiple times, and I'll take samples from multiple sources. So now I have to take this off. I don't want to unsqueeze that. I have to take that bit out. Put that on the ground. I have to take this bit off. Not like that. Forgot my little screwdriver. It's not coming off. Probably do it with this. There we go. Just drop my keys there. Hopefully I don't forget them. Drop that tool. Get my bag. Open this up. Put the bag in. Doesn't look like I got a whole lot. There we go. I didn't bring my bucket. Oops. There we go. That's it. So I got to keep doing that until I fill it up. So I'll take a few more samples out of this one, then I'll move to another bale. Drop that. Get this. And ideally, you don't want to be doing this around lunchtime because it's too hot. But I'm out here at lunchtime, so got to get it done. You want to get right from the center if you can. And you'll see on the inside that hay is green, which is what you want. But I let it get exposed to rain because I didn't have my hay tarp. That's that. Gonna keep going. Use my keys again. Press that hole and then turn. Come back this way. See, most of those clippings already turned brown, but again, it is what it is. Time is not always on your side. At least sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But I did the best I could given the situation. I'm gonna move on over to another hay bale. Guess I'll go right here. See a big old spider. With the center. My first time seeing a hay sample collected, a sales rep reached in with his hand and pulled it. And he would just kind of go in and pull a little bit. But I learned later that can be inaccurate. And of course, the engineer in me likes accuracy. Can't live without it. That's why when I wean my calves, I'll weigh them at weaning, and then every 30 days after that, I'll weigh them again until they are a year old. You don't have to do that. It's just what I do because I want to track them. I want to track their performance, how they're gaining their average daily gain. Because each animal should be gaining a certain average based off of that animal. If you're raising replacement heifers, which is what I do, you don't want her to pick up weight as fast as your steer. If she picks up weight too fast, it will impact her ability to get pregnant, get bred. It'll impact her fertility. But at the same time, if she don't pick up weight, then you delay her fertility and when she'll be able to get bred, get pregnant, and give you a calf. So you're trying to make certain that she picks up the amount of weight she needs to on a daily basis so that by the time she gets to 13, 14 months of age, she's at the appropriate weight to be able to be bred. And if it's a steer, well, depending on what your finishing weight is, you're trying to get that animal to a certain weight by a certain time. And you have to time that for processing, right? Some folks will finish a steer at 1,100 pounds. Some will finish at 12. I've done 1,300, but my next batch of steers, I'm gonna try my hand at getting them to 1,500 pounds. One of my peers in the Brangus group has had some success at finishing steers at 1,500 pounds and allowing that beef to dry age for 21 days. So that'll be on my next project as I begin to finish more steers. But that's a whole nother conversation, whole nother video for another day. The key is you're trying to make certain you're giving the animals what they need based off their purpose. And of course, like I said earlier, my granddad didn't do all this. I don't know what he would say if he was here, but you know. But what I would tell him is, you did it your way, I'm gonna do it my way. I didn't tell you to do it differently at your ranch, Granddad. So, respectfully, don't tell me what to do with mine. All right, let's get to another bale. I'm gonna move over to this bale. Now, a little bit of planning goes a long way. Of course, it's taking me time to do this, and it costs money to pay for the hay quality test. So, some folks won't do it for that reason. But the benefit, again, is you know exactly what your cows are getting. I've had some hay where the protein content was 8% and my energy content was at 65. That was very important information, because then when I supplement those cows, I could spend money to supplement protein only and not supplement TDN or energy. And so what you'll find is that it's more expensive to supplement for TDN than it is to supplement for protein. So by knowing that information, I know I can just focus on protein. And then of course, other instances, I've had hay where the TDN was around 50 and the protein content was about 6 or 7. Well, that let me know that I had to supplement, purchase a feed that would raise the energy and the protein and supplement it that way. So again, it's how I do it based off the things I've learned. But not everybody does it. All right, that might fill that bag. Let's see. I don't want that to spill on the ground. There we go. That ought to be enough, but I'm gonna take a sample from one more bale, fill that one up, and then move on. It's hot. Too hot. All right. Let's see, last one for this sample. Ouch. Hurt my knee. Don't tell my dad I hurt my knee. Don't tell him. He's always telling me to wear knee pads, protect your knees. I don't always do it. And so, oh, hurt my knee. Hopefully my family ain't watching, because they sure enough gonna tell my daddy. He might be watching. Sorry, Pops. All that dirt, that mud. I want that in my sample. Uh-oh. No false readings. There we go. Exactly what I needed. One down, 3 to go. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Put my key in my pocket. Boot bag, backpack, and I'm good. Now before I go collect my next sample, well, I need to get this side by side to start, but before I get my next sample, I'm gonna go and I want to see the herd, because when I finish this next sample, I'm done for the day. I don't always listen to my folks, but I'm definitely listening this time. It's too hot out here. This Johnson grass has to get eaten by these cows. I probably waited too long to bring them over here, but we need to eat it. We need to mow it down. It's too much. And as I suspected, they're over here. And there they go. They're staying cool. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, Pride's Power Force. Let me see. I see Miss Eldorado. Good afternoon. Over here to the left is Miss Modelo. Good afternoon. Stay in the shade. I don't have any treats today. No treats today, ladies and gentlemen. Got a couple of gentlemen. He figured out how to stay cool. There they go. That's Queen right there with the orange tag. And I think she's in heat because that Pride's Fireball looks like he was about to mount. He's only 5 months. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. That's a good sign, I guess, but I'm not expecting him to get her bred. There they go. There go Miss Lucy in the back. All right, I'm gonna go get the rest of my hay sample. Brian is still at it. We took that side fence down to make it easier for him to get in and out, and then we'll rebuild it, widen it. We'll widen the area, and then put another fence back up. So this is how I'm storing my hay. And once we get this thing complete, I'll cover it with that tarp, kind of protect it for the rest of the year. And of course you're doing that because you're trying to prevent it from molding and all that other good stuff, getting wet. I guess that's okay. It'll be covered, so no big deal. Got a little hay right there that fell before. Again, no big deal. My hay tarp's right there on the ground. Those are my new ones. Yep. Sure is good to have some help. You can see they mowed this pasture down pretty good. This is the north side. I'm coming over here to this hay, and they were trimming it down. Again, I'm not mad at them. Here come Brian. But I have him move several of those bales back or out of the way so I can get to the inside of the bales to pull my samples. These were a little bit more tighter put together or pushed back. So I would imagine that when he pulls those bales back, he'll lift these three, that one, and that one, and when he pulls them back, I imagine that the other side of those bales won't be as brown as this one. Not certain how well this will come through on the camera, but that's a little darker brown. And so I want it to be golden brown. Show them which ones I want. This one, and that one. There you go. That's what I needed. Right there. He'll move this one in front of me. So I'll sample from the inside of these three, and then I'll come sample from these three, and then that'll be it. Now, October of last year, I planted a winter ryegrass on this side, on the north pasture. So I'm hoping and expecting that maybe, that the protein and energy content will be much greater than the south pasture, only because I planted fresh seeds. Whereas the year before, I planted winter ryegrass across the entire 100 acres. That was way too much. I didn't know. But as you learn better, you do better. So for 2023, I only planted winter ryegrass on the north pasture. And because of that, my thinking is this will have a higher protein and energy content than the other pasture. So that's another reason why I wanted to come grab these bales and grab 2 samples just to gut check or see if I know what I'm talking about. So because of the heat, I'm not going to do as many groups. I'm only going to do 2 groups. I did one on the south and I'm going to do one on the north, and let that do. So time to get to work. Let's put that there. I'm going to put my bag there, put that there. And like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you could tell or how well it'll show, but this looks like it's a little bit more golden as opposed to being just brown like that other hay. This one the same. So I don't know if it matters, but my test results will come back and tell me if I was right or wrong. Oh goodness. That's a tight bale. Super tight. And if you don't watch yourself, sometimes this thing can be super hot. So I have to be careful. Ooh, that's hot. Might be able to get one more sample. Hot, hot, hot. And I know somebody's probably thinking, where are your gloves? My gloves are in my truck. And sometimes I don't want to stop what I'm doing to go back and get them. I probably should. I've cut myself enough times, so I should know better, but you know, here's what it is. All right, that's one. We're gonna get it done. Had to walk away, take a quick break. Woo. Oh, that is hot. Thing I do for my cows. Woo. Oh, shoot. All right, where is it? Oh man. All right. This one don't look as brown. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of green, but like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see. Let's see. That. All right. I don't want mud on this thing. I don't want mud in my sample. This one didn't compact as much. Not as tight. It's easier to get my samples than those others. I have to push it as hard. Let me see. That ought to do it. At least with this one. Then I'll move over. Hot, hot, hot. Early bird get the worm. You wake up late, you gotta work in the sun. Which is not cool. But time is not on my side. I need to get it done. Let's see. If you didn't see one of my early videos, we do all this work to make certain that the cows maintain a certain body condition score. And we need that certain body condition score so she can get bred, produce a calf, so she is able to take care of herself and help support the ranch. So that's why I do it, because I want to keep my cattle nice and healthy so I can run a profitable business. I run what's called a cow-calf operation. It's a beef cattle operation. No dairy. I don't produce milk. I produce beef. Let's see. There's that. I think I can do one more. I'm going to grab this other one. Get me some water. Last one. And depending on your background, you might have heard you can't manage what you don't measure. So, another reason for all the tests and weighing cattle and all that other good stuff. Hopefully that's it. I think that'll be it. That ought to do it. But that's it. Got it done. Ooh, that breeze came through. That's it. Oh, it's almost a wrap. Gotta get to my truck. And before I leave, I need to flip this mineral tub over. does no good as if it's flipped over. Well, I guess they'll still lick it, but I need this to get back where it needs to be. And there it goes. That red one is a protein tub. It's a similar product to my liquid feed. There we go. I just manually ran that feeder. It's a few pounds. There we go. That'll be good. That's Queen's daughter. All right, I'm gone, ladies.